Most of the AI tools you're using right now won't even exist this time next year. Jasper's traffic is down 37% since mid-2024. Copy.ai just dipped below 900,000 monthly visits. And in Q2 alone, venture capital funding into single-purpose AI apps collapsed by 34%. This isn't a slowdown. It's a mass extinction, and it's already begun. We just pulled unpublished VC dashboards from Q2's KPMG Venture Pulse. AI made up 64% of all U.S. deal value. But here's the catch. Almost all of it went to infrastructure, not apps. $6 billion rounds. All of them platform layer plays. And if you've been here before, you know. We called the collapse of plugin startups right after GPT-4o added native web browsing. Now, we're seeing internal emails. Jasper's slashing its valuation by 20%. Runway's burn rate is ballooning. This is why most AI startups won't pivot. They'll vanish. Here's what nobody's talking about. The vast majority of AI tools were never designed to survive in a platform-dominated ecosystem. They were built on borrowed infrastructure, OpenAI APIs, Google Palm, Claude, and sold with razor-thin margins that crumble the second the platforms go vertical. Remember when Zapier was the glue for no-code? Now OpenAI has native actions. Gemini has App Builder, and Meta's Llama agents run workflows inside your OS. These platforms aren't competing with apps anymore. They're replacing the category. And the graveyard's already filling up. AI writing tools? Killed by ChatGPT's integrated workflows. Voice agents? Sidelined by GPT-4o's multimodal dominance. Image tools? Midjourney's growth is flattening, while Stability AI just lost another round of funding. But here's where it gets even more interesting. The crash isn't just about tech. It's about attention. Users have limited space in their workflow. They don't want 17 logins. They want one agent, one platform, one ecosystem. And platforms like OpenAI, Google, and Anthropic are racing to own that slot. That's why over 70% of AI tool churn is happening in the first 3 minutes of user onboarding. People don't want another point solution. They want AI that feels native, frictionless, integrated, and permanent. And if you're building or betting on anything that doesn't plug directly into that flow, you're holding a melting asset. Now stay with me, because what comes next is even more important. Which AI players will survive this collapse? And exactly why they'll dominate. Let me show you what comes next. Because while most tools die, a few platforms are setting the rules of the next decade. First up, OpenAI. With GPT-4o, native voice agents, and app-level memory, they've gone from model provider to full-stack ecosystem. Their tight ChatGPT loop, with browse, code interpreter, and actions, is devouring standalone tools. Next, Google's Gemini. Gemini 1.5's long context window isn't just impressive, it's infrastructure shifting. And now, with Gemini embedded across Gmail, Docs, Android, and Chrome, Google doesn't need users to switch tools. It's already inside everything you touch. Then there's Anthropic's Claude. What they lack in Flash, they make up in trust. Claude's constitutional AI and long-term memory make it the safe bet for enterprises and regulated sectors. And with AWS backing, they're not going away. Meta's Llama ecosystem is the sleeper hit. While everyone focused on open weights, Meta quietly launched agents that run on device. No cloud needed. This means full AI functionality with zero latency, full privacy, and zero API cost. That's a game changer for enterprise and mobile. Also on the rise, Perplexity. Not a model maker, but a retrieval interface that's crushing Google in user trust and speed. When people say, "I don't search anymore," I Perplexity it, That's paradigm shift territory. And one more to watch. XAI's Grok. Elon's not building a chatbot. He's building an agent for the entire X platform. If he folds Grok into payments, ads, search, and social, that becomes a full-stack AI-native operating system. These platforms aren't winning because they're smarter. They're winning because they control distribution. If you can own the interface, the infrastructure, and the incentives, you own the future. But don't check out yet, because in the next 60 seconds, I'll show you exactly how to adapt to this shift, and what to build, learn, or bet on before the next wave hits. If you're serious about thriving in this new AI economy, here's what to do right now. Because waiting, that's how you get left behind. First, build tools, not just prompts. Prompt engineering isn't dead, but it's now just step one. The real leverage comes from chaining outputs and deploying them inside automations, workflows, or custom UIs. That's how you go from cool result to actual utility. Second, learn to ride the dominant ecosystems. Pick one, OpenAI, Google, Claude, and master it. Build wrappers, agents, plugins, or integrations that extend what people are already using. You don't need to create a new tool. Just insert value where attention already flows. Third, capture distribution. AI is moving from feature to infrastructure. That means whoever owns the audience or solves a specific user bottleneck wins. Whether that's through newsletters, niche GPTs, vertical tools, or B2B APIs. Owning a slice of attention is owning leverage. Fourth, think beyond LLMs. The next breakout tools won't just talk. They'll do. Autonomous agents, real-world integrations, decision pipelines that actually trigger actions. If you're not already thinking in terms of agents plus memory plus control, you're already behind. And here's the kicker. You don't need a team of engineers to do this. With tools like Replit, Versal, LangChain, Zapier, and GPT Actions, anyone with vision and persistence can build lean, functional microtools in days. But here's where it gets even more interesting, because this isn't just about building or surviving. It's about positioning yourself to lead the next wave. And that means understanding one thing most people are still blind to. So here's the power summary. 90% of AI tools are about to vanish, because they were built on novelty, not necessity. The winners? They'll be the ones solving real problems, owning distribution, and integrating deeply into the dominant AI ecosystems. OpenAI, Google, Meta, Anthropic, and Perplexity are consolidating control. But that doesn't mean you're locked out. It means the rules just changed. And here's my bold prediction. By early 2026, AI agents with persistent memory, real-world control, and emotional intelligence will become the new UX layer of the internet. Not apps, not prompts, but intelligent, interactive co-pilots, customized to you. If you're subscribed to the AI Compass, you're already 6 months ahead of that curve. In our next breakdown, I'll show you the hidden monetization layer OpenAI is quietly building, and why it could completely reshape the creator economy. Comment below. Which tools do you think will survive? And more importantly, what are you building to stay in the game?